Please listen carefully as our menu prompts have changed. This is the non-emergency line for police, fire, and ambulance. If you have an emergency, hang up and dial 911 now. For English, press 1. Por favor, escucha con atención ya que nuestras indicaciones del menú han cambiado.
So it appears I pressed 1. That could be a hallucination. I am schizophrenic after all. Looks like a 1.
Para español, marque el número 2.
Numero uno.
Please listen carefully as our menu prompts have changed. This is the non-emergency line for police, fire, and ambulance. If you have an emergency, hang up and dial 911 now. For English, press 1.
1.
Por favor, escucha con atención ya que nuestras indicaciones del menú han cambiado. Esta es la línea para llamadas que no son emergencias.
Maybe my delusions are so powerful that they just get broadcast out onto the internet and you experiencing them too. No.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, okay. Goodbye. So, he exchanged his bike for mine. He traded up. He left this one in the alley. Now, I was pretty stupid in not really examining that fixture. You know, it wasn't really as solidly attached to the wall. And I always had a bad feeling about locking my bike up there. And now, but it was strange. It was like I was under mind control. And yeah, when you're a targeted individual, you gotta always be monitoring your own thoughts and making careful assessments that you're not doing anything irrational. I don't know. Just wasn't thinking, I guess. Just wasn't thinking. So, this is what it looks like. He's got these, you see the hand grips attached with this wire. Pretty fine job, Anyway, and we got this marking, fuck cops. So I don't know, somebody so bold as to scrawl this out on their handlebars. I don't know, maybe the cops are familiar with this individual, I don't know. And I put this chain on there, or cable. It could be prints on this. Maybe he's been to the jail. Recently. Who knows? Tried not to touch the frame. I haven't touched the frame as yet. But they're not gonna do that. No. They're not going to do that. Well, I could go out looking. Yeah, I know where to go. Yeah. We'll see. Probably it's just some tweaker, and not part of a gang stalking operation necessarily. It was an opportunity. And, yeah, probably. But it is interesting that I cannot complete a call. Let's try it again. Let's try it again.
Menu prompts have changed. This is the non-emergency line for police, fire, and ambulance.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, I made this video over a year ago, but I was afraid to put it out there. I searched my knowledge of the law, and I wondered whether or not it was somehow illegal. I wasn't sure, and I didn't, I'm still not sure, I'm still not sure. All I'm trying to do is, you know, tell my story, you know. I see it as a... There are people who hate the truth. There are people who simply hate the truth. I don't want to upset anybody, you know. I don't want to disrupt anything that anyone has going. I don't wish to become associated with people who do not wish to associate with me for any number of reasons. I just feel that you need to know just how awful these people are. You know, and people like to feel comfortable in the world. You know, they like to believe the world is nice and predictable. Everybody wants to live in a simple world. And this is fun. What's this about? Yes, this is fun. Did they know I was going to be here? Who fucking knows? Oh, and we got... Oh, look at this. Isn't this fun? This is probably freshly painted. Yes. There's a correlation. There is a correlation. So, it was interesting. Got a little message via voice to skull. Oh, so you want to be a hero. Well, that's fine. You know, we got this stuff we need to test. Then I'm getting these visions of these like these worm things with these sort of all these little arms. They're like centipedes, sort of. They got these little obsidian blade arm things that are like paddles. That's all they are. And they're just frightening, you know, and they spring out of these swamps, you know, these bodies of water. And I mean, you know, if you were in a body of water like that, you were swimming, I mean, they would cut you to fucking pieces just like that. You'd be in 40 different parts, you know, and dead as a doornail. Wow, these okay. Swastika, it's, what's this? 1488. It's somehow incriminating or something. So, yeah, swastika is just, you know, at the torsion level of reality, it's just a symbol that represents these sort of fractal gear things. Anyway, they're compose everything. You get right hand ones, you get left hand ones, and you know, it explains a lot. I'm not going to delve into it. Didn't expect to encounter this shit, but and then I noticed this, you know, it's like this stream of piranhas was going right through my fucking head, you know. We're talking some extreme nerve abridgment, you know, and periodically over the last 24 hours, you know, I've felt these pains, you know, shoot through. Just kind of squiggle through, you know. And you know, it's been a real struggle, you know, searching for words, trying to figure out concepts, and I damn fucking maintain the integrity of your wrist. Don't fucking... That's how they can take all this and they can edit out your voice and they can put in whatever they like. They got enough fucking material. Okay. Alright, so... And they stole all those fucking memory cards that I had. Well, they stole a lot from me. That was a while back. Now, I don't like using that word, deplorable. I don't like it. It's a Clinton word. It's a word employed by Hillary Clinton. Her and Uma Aberdeen, her assistant. Turns out they made a snuff film together, and that's on the dark web right now. It's, you know, receiving some reportage. You know, people are going, they're watching this thing. Clinton and her aide, they rape and, well, they do what's called capping. You know, when you cut the underlying attachments of the face, and you know, you strip it off, and then they wore this girl's face to you know, induce more terror, and you know, she puts more adrenochrome in the blood, and they drink the blood and get all this fresh information, you know. Charges them up, lets them live some more, you know, some more years, you know. I don't know, you know, I don't know if you have any experience with, I once, you know, just happened, you know, to come across a roadkill doe, and it was that time of year, and, you know, she turned out, you know, she had a little one in her belly, and, you know, and this, you know, this deer fetus was, well, it was about the size of a rabbit, and a little smaller, like a young rabbit, and it was, the bones and cartilage are not even, you know, when you roasted it, or braised it rather, you know, they did not even have the consistency of nut meats. They were just, you could eat the whole thing, and it just had a taste like the sun, you know, so complex and subtle, and just wonderful, you know. So young things have more life force in them, you know. You even eat the shoots of the blackberry plant, you know, as they're coming up, you know, no thorns or anything. It's just a general principle, and this would not shock anybody in any number of foreign countries, and just basic facts, friend. All these stem cells and all these hormones, and but moving on, what they did. See, that was just to weed out 90% of the viewership, the potential viewership for this video, you know, and to cast me in a real bad light. So I was programmed to do all this stuff. So you see what I'm up against, huh? But what I did, you know, salvaging that roadkill doe, that wasn't wrong at all. You people are ridiculous and non-objective, you know. And yeah, I could have, you know, just drug it off into the brush and left it for the coyotes. You know, they would have enjoyed it, and that's fine. That's just fine, you know. Maybe if no coyotes came, the vultures, you know. No vultures, and the flies, you know, lay their eggs, etc., etc. So, you know, I'm clearly a very imbalanced personality, you know, and I really need to talk about all this shit. But moving on, you know.